Hi, welcome to day 21 of the 30 Days of Motion Challenge. Today is a yin yoga class for the spine. Be forever young. You are only as young as your spine is flexible. That is what Joseph Pilates said, and I believe it's true. Props today will be blocks and a blanket, something soft, and you yourself, a nice flat surface. We will start with the centering. I've got my hips elevated on a block so they're higher than the knees, and that way my spine can be straight. Palms are face down on the knees. Shoulders come up to the ears, then back and down. Chin parallel to the earth. Tall spine with the crown going to the sky. When you're ready and you're in your comfortable seat, gently close the eyes. Bring your awareness to your inhale and to your exhale. Letting everything go. Just enjoying this time here on the mat, just for you. Not worrying about any to-do list that you have to tick off. Just enjoy this time here that we spend together. Maybe spend these moments to do a quick body scan. Is there anywhere that feels a bit tense? The hips, the shoulders, the jaw. Is the tongue pressing into the roof of the mouth? If you feel tension anywhere, just send some thoughts there and tell your body it's okay to let go. And with a soft gaze, slowly open the eyes. We will start in a straddle pose. I'm going to come off my block. The legs come out to around 45 degrees. If this is tough for you to sit like this with the legs straight, they can be bent, or you can get your blanket and sit up on the blanket so your hips are elevated, and that makes it a little less challenging. So find the position that's good for you. We will lengthen out of the spine and then rotate towards the left leg. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, just round over this leg, and we will be here for 2 minutes. Release the feet and allow the body to round forward. You can even use a blanket or a block here to give yourself something to descend into, and just allow the body to round down, relax and let go. The principles of yin include going to an appropriate edge, and as you simmer in the pose, that edge may move away from you and you go a bit deeper. The second principle is we embrace stillness. That allows these poses to work deep on the connective tissues. And the third principle is that we stay here for a period of time. Allowing the breath pattern to just be normal, relaxed, not forced. Take an inhale and gently push up from this forward fold. And we'll keep the legs where they are. Take a moment to settle here before we move to the other side. Reconnecting with the breath, noticing how that side of your body feels after that deep stretch. And then we come to the other side, keeping the legs where they are, facing the extended right leg, and then rounding forward over this leg. 2 minutes. Remember, you can always build yourself a little tower of props to surrender into, and relax. Taking a deep breath. Very slowly, using the hands, come back up to the midline. Just sit in stillness with the spine upright for a moment, before we come into our final straddle posture, which will be coming forward. This is where you might need blocks or a blanket for a tower again. Inhale up and then gently roll forward through the hip crease, coming down to an appropriate depth for you. So your elbows might be on blocks, they might be on the floor, your head resting on a block. Surrender down and release. We have another minute in this pose. Maybe your edge has moved away from you and you can get a bit deeper. Take an inhale and a long exhale. Very slowly, using the hands, come back up, upright. Bring the hands behind the knees. Just bring the legs in. Feels so good. Lean back on the hands and just windscreen wipe the legs from side to side. Very gently. And we'll move on. That was deep flexion of the spine. We will now move into Sphinx pose, which is extension, with the option of moving into seal halfway through. We'll be here for 3 minutes, and I'll let you know when it's 1.5 minutes. Coming down onto the belly. The elbows are just in front of the shoulders. The legs are long and just relaxed. The pubic bone is grounded into the earth. Chest lifts and the collarbones are wide. Hands flat to the floor, Sphinx, gazing point just in front of the mat. So you don't want to strain the neck. Feel the openness of the chest. There may be a little bit of compression in the lumbar region, the lower back, and that's okay. If you'd like to go a bit deeper and come into seal pose, plant into the hands and come up, bring the elbows off the earth. The closer your hands are to the body, the deeper the stretch. Find a position that feels good for you. 1.5 minutes left here. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. Very gently bring the body back down. Stack the palms one on top of each other. Bring the head down. Heels come in and toes face outwards for crocodile. And relax here. We'll just be here for a few breaths to allow the spine to neutralize after that extension. Then very slowly bring the legs together. Place the hands underneath the shoulders and push back. And we'll now come onto the back itself. We'll come into a pose that's called banana asana. This works on the side of the spine, lateral bending, coming all the way down. Arms come overhead and start to walk the feet to the left side of the mat, keeping the body in the middle of the mat, and then start to walk the top half of the body over to the left as well. So if you were looking from above, you'd look like a banana. Arms are above the head. Maybe the fingers touch. You can stay here. If you want to go a bit deeper, you can grab the right wrist with the left hand and give yourself a little adjustment. Maybe lift the right foot and hook it over the left ankle. The body itself is facing upwards and you're bending round to the side. Relax here. We have another minute left in this pose. Maybe your edge is moved and you can get a little bit more of a lateral bend in the spine. Don't feel obliged to move though. Taking a breath and very slowly start to walk the legs back in and the upper body back in. Back to the midline, release the arms down by the sides. We'll just recalibrate here for a few breaths before we move to the other side. Then start to walk the feet over to the right side of the mat, off the mat. The upper body also walks to the right. You're in a banana this side of the mat. Maybe grab the left wrist with the right hand. Maybe lift the left foot and hook over the right ankle. 3 minutes. About another minute on this side. Take a long breath and very gently walk the body back to the center line of the mat. Bringing the arms down by the sides, pausing here for a few breaths to allow the spine to return to its normal shape. And bring the knees in one by one to the chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. Release the left leg long. Take the left hand on the outside of the right knee and we'll come into a reclined twist, gently pulling this knee over to the left side. Both shoulders remain on the floor. Lift the head and turn it over to look towards the right. Arms can be in cactus. 2 minutes. each side. Take an inhale and bring the knees back up to the midline. Give your knees a little squeeze again. Release the right leg. Release the right leg long on the mat. Take the right hand outside the left knee and gently roll over towards the right side of the mat. Both shoulders remain on the earth. Lift the head up. Turn it in midair and then release it down, starting to look over the left shoulder. Arms can be a cactus. 2 minutes. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Start to gently move the body back to the midline. Again, bringing the knees into the chest one by one. Holding tight, giving a squeeze. Noticing how the body feels. and how the mind feels as well. Coming into our final posture, Savasana, releasing the legs one by one. Allow them to flop out. Palms facing upwards. Shoulders snuggled down the back. Back of the neck is long with chin slightly tucked. The windows of the eyes are closed and the arrows of attention turn towards your internal landscape. Time to let go and melt. Savasana. Start to bring your awareness to the furthest away sound that you can hear. And then to the closest sound that you can hear. Bring some movement into the fingers and toes. Maybe gently rocking the femur bones in the hip sockets. Bringing the arms overhead and interlacing the fingers, pushing the palms away. Toes in the opposite direction for a full body stretch. One by one, bringing the knees back into the chest. Looping the arms around the shins. Hugging yourself tight. In your own time, roll over onto your favorite side, coming into the fetal position. Pausing here for a moment, and then when you're ready, with the eyes closed, push yourself up to a comfortable seat. Tall spine, palms face down on the knees, shoulders relaxed, chin parallel to the earth. Take a deep inhale and an exhale through the mouth. Bring the palms together at the chest with the thumbs pressing into the sternum. Thank you for joining me today for day 21, and I will see you again tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.